Hello, everybody. We're back. It's been a minute, but just want to say thank you for all our new subscribers. We're back. It's been a while. Feels like a month,
Yes,
but
sir.
this is our episode. This is episode 19. Um, Thanks for those who have been tuning in and staying on top of our videos. We appreciate you guys, your comments, your disagreements with us.
And
It
the
don't
social
matter. We
media.
appreciate everything, man.
And the social media, bro.
And the social media love and hate
we,
and
we kind of made some noise there on social media. My shout out to my boy Lalo who couldn't make it unfortunately tonight, but um, yeah, we were able to I guess get our most viral video so far. Dealing with something that we'll kind of get into a little bit later today, but my co-host, bro, Abe, it's been a while, bro. It's been at least I want to say 2-3 weeks or before the World Cup started.
yeah.
So it's been a while, obviously, because of the World Cup. It kind of I won't say gets in the way of us recording, but there was definitely like some matches we wanted to make sure we could watch, and on top of that, business and family and all that. So we're happy to carve out some time now to be able to record this episode. And like my co-host said, I appreciate you guys' love and comments and viewership and all that good stuff. But how you been, man? How you feeling?
Good, man. Well, I'm not good, man. I'm actually sad.
Yeah.
Honestly, yesterday was a devastating loss. Just because I feel like we really did have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there were certain things that held us back, but overall, I think Mexico did great. Um, I made a post earlier this morning. I grew up watching Mexico, bro, with my dad. And it's not like my dad forced Mexico on me. It's just like I'd watch it with him.
Mm-hmm.
And you just start loving the game. And I grew up watching them at just different types of tournaments, Copa, whatever it was, Copa de Oro or whatever. But I just love Mexico with all my heart, and I've said this on the pod before. Our goal is to one day move to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like temporarily, like move there, come back, kind of travel there and travel back. But love Mexico with all my heart, man. No matter how good, how bad they play, I love them. And I just feel like yesterday was just so devastating because we started out the tournament very well, man.
Mm-hmm.
We beat all of our opponents. How it happened may not have been the prettiest, but Vasco knew what he was doing.
Before, because so we're gonna get into the Mexico topic. We're gonna get into several World Cup conversations, but before that, in the middle of all this, we had our first Father's Day, bro. And I wanted to ask you, like, how was that? Before,
Yeah.
I mean, cool. You see the jerseys. We're gonna talk about soccer, right? But there's also stuff that's happening outside of soccer that's cool. At least for me, like my first Father's Day. My wife, she went all out, bro. She got me the Portugal jersey. She got me a basket. She got me the pink Travis Scotts, like the ones with the red swoosh, like all out. And just like I did for her first Mother's Day, But how was it, bro?
Honestly, I loved it, man.
Yeah.
My wife, she kept asking me like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah,
She ended up surprising me with this gold chain or this gold bracelet that I've been wearing. Like, I forgot it today, but it has my daughter's name on it, and I love it, man. And it was cool. I really enjoyed it. It fell on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was tired from like the day before. I think it was like a long day of work. I'm just trying to remember because it's been really busy work wise. But she let me sleep in. Like she didn't wake me up or anything, and I appreciate that. The moment I woke up, I'm like, "Oh, everything good?" Like I felt lost because I was every day waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning, and finally got to sleep in. But it was great, man. I love it. I love being a father, and happy Father's Day to you too.
You too, bro.
I did message you.
Yeah.
But just for the fun, like what you never told him, but But yeah, man, it was special, bro.
In case for the haters out there, no, just kidding. Yeah, for us, we went to my brother-in-law's house, which we usually don't because he's kind of the furthest out of the group. So we usually don't go over there. And I told my wife, I was like, it's, he's a dad too. I think we should make the trip out there. And we just honestly did like a potluck. Everybody brought something. And my suegra made some barbacoa. And we were just there spending some time with family and stuff like that. But it was cool, bro. And then
nice,
in other news, right? I at least me, I don't know about you, but like we want to send our thoughts and prayers for Venezuela, bro. Like that also is something that kind of happened in the midst of all this. And I just don't want people to be like, oh, these guys just want to talk about, soccer and stuff. Not necessarily. It's just like that also happened in the middle of it. And we stand with all those families. Again, if we were a little bit more, I would say in a better financial position, I say we would, give something if we could, right? But that's why we need you to like, sub, comment, and all that good stuff so we can, be able to do that in the future. I would say that would be something that we'd want to contribute to causes like that,
For sure. And yeah, thoughts and prayers to the people of Venezuela. Honestly, there's so much going on when that happened that I feel like, and maybe it's just me, I feel like it hasn't gone the proper attention because I haven't seen much of that, like anything related to the incident on social media. It's all been sports, World Cup. But sad, man. But the good thing is that, there's countries out there helping out. I know Mexico's out there. I don't know if the U.S. has helped out.
The U.S. has.
Yeah.
The U.S. and
I would expect them to be the first ones, to be honest.
Salvador and I don't know if it's Spain or France. Some country in Europe sent also help out to them. So the most scarring thing for me was like obviously now being a dad, you shifts your perspective on how you see stuff. But they found like a family that was buried under like a bunch of gravel and stuff, or like just big pieces of cement, and they were just kind of all hugging. And I was like, damn, like as a dad, what do? You just protect your family at that point. But with all Venezuelan people out there, like my co-host said, like thoughts and prayers for you guys. And if we can in any way help, we will definitely try. I know that there's some local people and local influencers who are making like, events and trying to get some sort of funds or clothes. But yeah, Mexico, bro. Let's talk about it. Ooh. Let's talk about it, Abe.
Hey, man. I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
If by any chance they're able to see what I'm saying here, los quiero mucho. I love you guys. You guys really put out a good performance overall. Because there was like the South Korea game. I'm like, we did not look good.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't look good. But sometimes the W is not going to be the nicest, win sometimes. Like, it's going to be dirty. But I'm proud of you guys. I'm a proud Mexican regardless, but they make us, and I'm speaking for a lot of Mexicans, I feel, they make us more proud, man. Make us more proud. Our people are determined. Our people are fighters or warriors in the field and outside the field, man. So I'm just happy to know that, Mexico lost to a very worthy opponent, which I do feel like we take a couple mistakes out the game. We take them to overtime. And we beat them because they're gassed out. Because if you saw, bro, last minute, man, they were gassed out already, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When the game was over, I think you said it. Jude Bellingham, he just fell to the ground. I'm sure he's like exhausted. But they did a really good job of like
not holding
theirs and just playing in that environment, bro. Because obviously the altitude does affect the conditioning. But I mean, these are pro ballers, You, regardless of what the circumstance, what the field situation is, they're supposed to ball out. And Jude Bellingham, man, I have more respect for that guy than I did before. Like before, I was like, oh, he's a good player, or he's a great player, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the reason they won. You take Jude Bellingham out of England, bro, they don't come out with that W.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, I don't think he would have been able to do on his own. Jude Bellingham,
even with Gordon, bro, as the left wing, because Gordon was penetrating.
But he didn't score though.
He didn't, but
he caused a lot of you know, a lot of plays towards us, but he's not the one that even assisted a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Did he like push our team to like, you know, certain measures? Yeah, but it's Jude Bellingham, man. That dude, within 2-3 minutes he scored. Within 2 minutes he scored 2 goals. Like him, you know. Yes, it was our mistakes, but he capitalized on those mistakes, you know. And that's a baller.
Was it Kane who centered or who centered? Because on both of them, one was a header and the other one was on the ground.
One of them was Saka.
Oh, Saka.
Coming around the right side, he took Gallardo, and then the other one came from the left side. Oh shoot, I might be wrong. It could have came from Gordon.
I think they were both on the same side. I think.
Yeah,
I think so.
I forgot honestly, but I just know one of them was definitely from Saka. But regardless, Jude Bellingham, respect to the whole entire team, because I mean it's not an individual sport, but you know, he did ball out of all of them. He put the team on his back, but
so let's break it down, bro. First goal. What do you think? Because I could tell you what I think, at least from watching the replay. Our right back, again, I forgot his name. Rodriguez, I think.
Jorge Sanchez.
Sanchez. That guy was way up there on the contragolpe. Like way up there. And I was just kind of like, you see the contragolpe happening, like, you need to be jetting back, bro. You're the defense. Like, you're the first person they're gonna look at when they rerun the tape. Like, where the heck were you? You know, because Jude Bellingham receives the header by himself. Nobody was on him, and I was like, what? Like, that was insane to me. You know, so
I'm remembering now. So the first goal came from Saka, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The second goal came from the mistake that Mora had, where there was two. Cesar Montes passes it to Gilberto Mora. The two England players, they sack him pretty much. What's his name? Jude Bellingham comes with, he recovers the ball. He opens it wide for Kane. Kane brings it in. So I know we're blaming, and we were talking about this before we started recording, Jorge Sanchez, but if you remember, the way Mexico was playing was Piojo Alvarado and Sanchez, they kept alternating. Sometimes Alvarez or Sanchez would go up, Alvaro would kind of stay in the middle or stay back. In that situation, prior to that, Jorge Sanchez went up, and it was actually on Piojo Alvarado. You can actually see him. He's actually following Jude Bellingham. He lets him go, thinking that one of the defenders is going to tag on him. Never does. It's on Piojo. It's not even Jorge Sanchez. I
remember Eric saying that. Yeah, that's true.
So it was on Piojo Alvarado. I remember seeing that. And, yeah, man. So, like, it was mistakes. And then the goal, the third goal, the penalty, it was on Edson Alvarez, bro. He should have cleared it. He couldn't get his head on it. Goes to the side, Gordon. Then that's where Gordon actually, you know,
contributed
in that aspect. Got the penalty. But it's like, dude, Edson Alvarez is more aggressive. Like, she should have beat him with the header on that. You know, It's scoring us 3-1, right? We scored the second goal. I told you this. Had they not given us that penalty, I'm like, okay, whatever, you know?
Oh, you're talking about Edson Alvarez on the penalty call because he missed it and then the goalie had to come out.
Yeah.
Which I think on my part.
That was the third goal.
Yeah, which on my part, because the second goal, same thing. I think it was Isidro that was on him. I think.
Lira?
Yeah. I don't know why I said Isidro.
Lira.
Yeah. But he wasn't in front of him. He was like behind him. And it's like, as a defender, being as great as the Mexico team was sought out to be, you should know you should be behind him. Like, especially this man just scored a goal, right? He plays for Real Madrid. You need to have him on lock because he knows what he's doing. He's not going to miss. Like, that's just it. So when I saw the replay he was kind of a little more behind him or more on the side of him versus like, and I get it, you're running back, you're tired, all that good stuff. I get it.
The first goal, right?
The second one, because the first one was a header, right?
The first one was a header, yeah.
Yeah, and then the second one was just a pass in.
The first one was on Piojo.
Yeah.
Yes. The second one was
Lira.
Huh?
Lira, right?
Well, remember, so the first one, they get us on a counter. Saka centers it. Piojo didn't go with Jude Bellingham. Boom, they score.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is when Cesar Montes passes it to Gil Mora, which I feel like he should have been like, hey, cuidado, hay dos atrás de ti. Give him a heads up.
Talk to your team.
Talk to your teammates. They sack him, take the ball. Jude Bellingham opens it wide for Kane. He centers it. Lira's running with Bellingham. And if you look at the replay, the ball goes through his legs.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a chance where he could have stopped it. But it was just a fast, it wasn't a build-up play.
Mm-hmm.
It was a mistake, and they just countered it, So Mexico we slept on it.
Mm-hmm.
We slept on it.
Which then makes people like me who have been, which you've been seeing this a lot too. We've also seen them play for a while, which I have the opposite opinion of you of like, oh, I'm proud of them, blah, blah, blah. I am proud of them. They're our national team. I love them, yes. But to me, I have a little bit more higher expectations, especially when you're like, it's a great team. I'm like, cool. And then I started seeing how they're playing, and I was like, yo, Abe might be right. Like, they might shock the world. And I was getting excited. Just like it happens all the time. I get excited. And they've made it to round of 32. They made it to round of 16 before, and they choke. And I'm just like, bro, like, I get it. Again, yes, we should always come with a different mentality and support. But it's like, when are they going to finally, like, buckle up and be like, we're winning this?
Yeah.
Obviously, we all go with the heart of, like, we want to see our national team be perfect. No team is perfect. I get it. But, like, having the caliber of players that they have, like, why not? You're going against England. It's in your home. Lock it down. Like you saw, once they had that 3-2, they just parked the bus. England just parked the bus, and we're like, we're not moving. That was just a smart play of the coach thinking ahead. Like, we're down a man. We can't risk anything. Like, we're just going to park the bus.
I mean, so I'm proud of them because we've never been out the group without conceding any goals, without losing.
Top of the group.
Like, that's history. Mm-hmm. History was made there. And then we beat Ecuador, which a lot of people felt or thought that we weren't going to beat them. Mm-hmm. We demolished them. Yeah, we didn't score 4 or 5 goals on them, but the way that we played them, you can't say anything. Like, we and that's the same. The first, I feel like we were doing well too, man. It just, the first counter that England got us on, they capitalized.
I was like with my mouth open, bro. I was like, no way, that just happened like this.
But Bellingham, man, bro, that guy, he has long strides, bro. He's like, he's not quick, but his strides, man, like, you gotta really, like, stay with him. And if you look at the game, man, Eric Lira is with him, like, he doesn't let him go. And then that play happens. Like, that's how you know they're mistakes, because England didn't beat us on build-up plays. They didn't really do much on us. Our defense, when we're prepared, our defense is there, bro. 100%. It was on the counters, on our mistakes. And that tells me we don't do those mistakes, we can take it to them, bro. We could have. The game already happened.
Yeah,
we should have beat them. I genuinely still believe that we were the better team. We genuinely were. England was not outperforming Mexico. They just capitalized on the opportunity that they got. Like, and I respect them for that. Like, I don't knock on them for that. Plus, that coach is really good, man. He did the subs that he made were great. The subs we made.
Go ahead, bro. That's where I was gonna go to next.
The subs we made. I'm sorry, people. Ass.
Yeah. The only one I was
horrible.
The only one I was super upset.
Worst. I'm sorry. Worst subs, bro. Why do you take out Quinones? I don't care how tired he is. Yeah. He's our playmaker, man.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's been scoring goals for us. Don't take
And
him
scored
out.
a goal.
And you leave Gallardo in, which we'll get into the whole lineup. And so go ahead, my bad.
I was just gonna say Quinones. I wouldn't have taken him out if I was coach. And the guy who came in for Mora, Jimenez. What do they call him? I forget.
Santi, or
Santi.
are you talking about Brian
Santi.
Gutierrez?
I would have never took out Santi. Or I would have never put in Santi, ever. I
Okay.
At least maybe I was going biased because my friends Lalo and Eric don't like him at all. Like they think he's trash, and I kind of didn't really see him do anything. But I don't think they should have took out Mora either. Like I get it. I would have capitalized on the fact that he's young. And sure, maybe some people were like, well, he's kind of looked a little inexperienced in there because it was kind of like. And
I don't think so, man.
Well, some people were like,
Hey, look, you put.
I would have left him in. He's young.
This is me saying something outrageous, but you put Gallardo and Jorge Sanchez years of experience. Mora's still better than them together. Mora's a natural talent, bro.
Yeah.
Although I know they stole the ball from him, and that was one of the goals that they scored on from that error. But if you look at, I mean, obviously his entire tournament, he's looked good, bro. And there was this one pass, and he took took a shot, and it was a decent shot.
Yeah.
But there's this pass where he cut two defenders, bro. It was for Jorge Sanchez, but Jorge Sanchez playing.
He didn't read
Jorge
it.
Sanchez IQ is 2 + 2. Mora's like calculus math here in comparison. He cut the defenders for Jorge Sanchez to go. He didn't get to it. But I'm really excited for Mora, but we'll get to that later. I just
The subs, bro.
I can't. Yeah, Quinones, leave him in. Look, man, I think we talked about this. Like I think the reason that they brought Mimote was for those headers. That guy sucks, bro. I would have never called that guy up. But it was what it was. You start trusting your team, what the coaches is doing, like, because he did a good job. Like, you trust him. But that guy would have never been on my team. I would have never put that guy in. Look, man, Santi, I'm 50-50. I do like him. I know that he hasn't really performed well with, like, the time that he's been given. It's unfortunate that he got injured. That sucks. It's on the ankle that he had surgery in the past from. But I would have, at this point, man, like, if you're really trying different things, man, leave Quinones in. Obviously, Raul stayed in. Leave Mora in. You can switch out some other players. The player you should have took out from the beginning, bro, was Gallardo. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Romo, but I will say this, man. Like, he was still doing decent. He scored a goal. Yeah, it was a one of those like chiripada goals. Like, but still, he scored. He was there at the right time. He also he was also the one that caused some plays to go well for us. But Gallardo, man, I always wanted Mateo Chavez to play, and he scored when he first played. Why wouldn't you keep him on, or why don't you give him halftime? I don't know what Vasco was thinking. I trusted him regardless, but I don't know what it was, man. Like, why he kept just sticking to those guys, because they weren't doing that great. But it just, I don't want to really get into the who he brought up, because there's nothing we could have done. Because Gordon was killing it, bro. Maybe Israel Reyes is a better defender, but I think he would have outpaced him too. Because Israel Reyes is not faster than Jorge Sanchez. But sometimes the speed doesn't matter when you have good IQ. Like, you know how to defend without, being fast. So, who knows? But Mexico should have won, man. I think, like I said, if we would have gone to overtime, I think Mexico beats them in the overtime because of how gassed they are. Because I think after 90 minutes, like, they weren't going to have any legs anymore, bro.
Even though they parked the bus, because once they parked the bus, bro, like, Mexico, and that's where I saw more of Gallardo and Piojo, I think they call him. or where I was like, yo, like we have to try something else. Like you guys keep trying to center the ball, it's not working. For the love of God, like that's one thing that frustrates me about Mexico is like somebody take a shot, bro. Like at least make the goalie nervous, or at least keep him guessing to where he doesn't know what you're doing. Or if you take a shot, maybe there's a rebound, somebody capitalizes goal, right? But they kept trying the centers, and it's like at some point you have to ask yourself, like maybe this isn't working. How else can we get the team of England to start moving out of the box and or like creating some things where it's like God and me and Lalo were just kind of looking at each other because. Then starts the whole thing where like the goalie's grabbing the ball, falling to the ground, and it's like, bro, like those things just irritate me about the game. Like I get it, it's a certain strategy, but to me, I'm like,
Vasco didn't have the answer, man.
You don't think so?
He didn't. I mean, like I don't know why we kept crossing. Like that stubbornness to the fullest, going to the left, bro. Go in now. Someone open up. Someone come in. Like. Try to shoot, and I feel like Mora, if he would have stayed in there, he would have gone. He would have took the shots, and it sucks, man. Just living on like the what if, like it sucks. It really, it's overwhelming. Because at the end of the day, like I'm not a coach, and Vasco maybe saw something else, but maybe that's his way of experimenting. Like he's frustrated, he's like, I don't know what to do, and I don't know
because you do have a stadium. Azteca, I think it was 80,000 people.
Yeah,
you have an $80,000 or 80,000 person stadium behind
75 because I'm sure some of those were English. But I know what you mean. Though. I'm just
like the pressure of that to like make a decision. I'm sure that's a lot too. But
yeah, for sure. But I mean, that's why you get paid for what you do.
True,
very true. Experience. But man, I just never want to see Gallardo in my life ever. I wouldn't ask him for his signature if I saw him in public. If I saw him at Tinger Outlets or Desert Sky Mall, I ain't gonna ask this guy for his signature.
Sky Mall. I hope you don't see him there, bro. And I hope you're not there.
right, of course. But I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't want that guy's signature, like, ever in my life. But I was upset with that. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, I am proud of Mexico. I am proud of everything they did, man. I still believe what I said. Like, not any. Like before the cup started, I told us like Mexico's gonna win it, bro. We win it. We're beating Norway. This is me, all right. Obviously, we're beating Norway, bro. We're beating Norway. I know Holland's a beast, and I love that guy. He's a monster, bro. But we're beating them. And then after that, who we got? Argentina, Colombia. I think we take it to them too, man. Honestly. And I told them like maybe we don't win the World Cup. But I think we'll give France a run for their money. But I mean, it was what it was, man. And like I was so devastated yesterday, and then when I woke up this morning, I'm like, damn, we really did lose. But just shout out to Julian Quiñones, man.
Thank you,
baller, man. That's the guy. We've always needed a player like that, and I've said it before when we had what's his name is our coach, Osorio. He wouldn't start Tecatito.
Yeah.
And Tecatito was our right winger at that time, I believe, or I think right winger.
Right.
He was like the Neymar of our team at that time. And they didn't start him. They didn't give him that chance. And bro, when he would play, like he had some good little flair to him, man. But Mexico's never been like a team like that. And Quiñones wasn't like super flair, but he was clutch. He had finesse. Plays, he had finishing. Like bro has a shot. He's he's a top number one scorer in the Saudis. Like bro, like this guy's him. Like we gotta feed him the ball and let him do his thing. And he was doing his thing. And I just think like. For how far we came, obviously we fell short, and it's so devastating. But anyways, man, like enough of that. Yeah. And then U.S. lost today, man. Obviously, I hold a bigger love for Mexico, and I always will. I want U.S. to win, of course, for the people. For the country, for the people that really root for him.
Yeah.
Not for no politician.
Yeah, it's not political.
Yeah, I love US. I love everything about it. the good things. There's bad things, but I'm just talking about just U.S. Soccer
What
has
makes
definitely
US
gotten
the
better.
US? Yeah.
Yeah, U.S. soccer has gone so much better, man. Shout out to those guys. Pochettino, he's a good coach.
Pochettino, yes.
Obviously, I think he's definitely a very experienced and great coach. I don't know if I don't know who to blame. Obviously, today's loss, like it just seemed like the players didn't have enough energy to play, or I don't know if they had a disagreement inside the locker room, but like they didn't come out to play, man.
Or do you think they faced a worthy opponent now? Because prior to that, at least in their group, I don't know. I'm trying to remember their group. Sorry, guys. I so many games and so many groups and so many all that. Like I forget who's in their group, but it didn't seem like they really faced anybody that was like, okay, you know.
But U.S. looked good though, man. Like I know they lost to Turkey, but Turkey, I mean, I'm U.S. played good, bro. Like not today, but they started out the tournament very well. They didn't come out with that same energy. Pulisic, silent, and that's, I mean, obviously now with Balogun,
Mm-hmm.
he's like he was, kind of carrying the entire team.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, well, not entire team, but he was definitely carrying. There's a lot of little individualism here and there in the tournament, but at the end of the day, you always expect Pulisic to like pull up to do his thing, and I'm starting to feel like, I mean, this is probably, I don't know, this is a bad take, and I don't care at this point. Yo, it's all good, but I'm starting to feel like he's kind of a fraud, man. Like, you got injured the other day, but like, ball out, man. Do your thing. Do the
Give it your
best
all.
and if you get injured, man, like, we'll applaud you.
Yeah, 'cause
Like you
went
gave
out.
it your all, but
Mhm.
like, if you're not fit, then you're taking the opportunity from somebody who can give 100%. And it's just like it sucks. Like they should have just gave it, gave someone else a chance, man. And I hate that they lost like that, bro. 4-1.
You don't think it was because they
I'm
faced a good opponent?
Belgium has always been a decent team, but if you saw Belgium throughout the tournament, they were garbage, bro. Like I don't want to say garbage, but they
You
weren't.
think so?
They weren't elite. They were beatable. I know that in the friendlies we tied against them. U.S. lost 4-2 to them,
God.
but in the tournament they didn't look that great, man.
They didn't look too crazy, but there was, like whenever they would bring in Lukaku, you would just feel the difference.
You think so?
Yeah, bro. I mean, there was a few
man.
times that because of his sub, he
That goes
scored.
whack. I know, obviously he scored, but I don't know, man. I just feel like he's just big for no reason type, But I mean, they were the better team. I do think Belgium played good today. I'm just saying, prior to this, I don't feel like they were playing that well. But today they played well, and maybe they played well, and U.S. also didn't play that good. Like, I mean, regardless, respect to Belgium for winning. But I just expected a better team,
Especially
And-
in their home, like United
Yeah.
States. It's kind of like
and shout out to Tillman, man, for his free kicks, his free kick goals, man. He scored one last one, and this time, I think I could have swore I saw something like he. I don't know if he broke the record, but he's on record. Like he has a record now, like 2 goals and the 2 free kick goals in the World Cup,
oh nice,
which is cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. But yeah, man, just a little. It sucks that they lost that way. Which real quick, I'll ask you: would you rather lose by a lot, like get destroyed, or lose with the potential of like Mexico? They could have tied it, maybe won it, but like a close game where like you could have won, but you didn't. How would you prefer to lose? Obviously, you don't want to lose. So
Yeah, I think a close game, bro. Just because a lot of the games, which I want to take this moment to shout out all the underdogs, because for a lot of the games that maybe I wasn't a fan of, or like I wasn't a fan of either team. A lot of the underdogs, bro, for me looked really good. Like, so I think I would want to answer your question. I would want to lose in a close game. But a lot of the underdogs that I didn't expect to do good, like Capo Verde, like that game versus Argentina, bro, insane. The guy who was subbed in, I forget the name, sorry, and scored that goal from out of the box on
Cape Verde?
yeah, on
so
Dibu,
for against Argentina.
yeah, bro, that to me is the goal of the tournament. Easily. Like outside the box, curves it in on the championship goalie or whatever. That was beautiful, bro. Like that's what I wanted to see. And then the goalie for Cabo Verde, Instagram blows up after like the whole situation with his mom. Like I think that's what the World Cup is. Like, yeah, it's cool if you win the tournament, that's fine. But I think that's what the World Cup is all about, like bringing people together. I mean, Curacao didn't really show up much. Uzbekistan, I think, had a pretty good, decent run for being a small country, or being, I guess, not a favorite in the tournament. Sorry. Who else was an underdog that kind of shocked me? Egypt, I guess you could say, kind of an underdog. They've had good games too. Just a lot of the people that I wouldn't expect to do good have done good, bro. So shout out to all the underdogs. You guys also gave it your all and still showed up and faced the big dogs like if it was nothing. So I really enjoyed that. And I was in all the underdog games, like I was going for the underdog. Like even if it was versus France or Argentina or whoever, I was like, I want the underdogs to win.
No, for sure. And that goal was beautiful. So I'll ask you, like, the best goal, which I know you said that one, the best team so far, or the most exciting game. Like, there's different categories. So that's your favorite goal, right?
Yes.
Who's your favorite team that you didn't expect to really make a name for themselves? Because Curaçao,
unfortunately,
I mean,
yeah, they didn't really have a.
But Cape Verde obviously showed up.
Here, let me look at the teams before I say something wrong, bro. But there was definitely some shocks in there that I didn't expect. This commercial is brought to you by Modelo, la cerveza del fútbol.
Wow. Did you see that poster? Like, Gilberto Mora is too young to be on alcohol advertising, so they put him on milk ones.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Senegal, I think, did really good too. But you're saying most exciting game to watch?
Yeah, most exciting game.
Oof, that is so hard, bro.
Try not to be biased.
That's a hard one. Let's see here. Yesterday's Mexico game was definitely up there for sure, but I still think Portugal, Croatia, bro.
Nah.
Was really up there as far as excitement goes. Yeah,
I think it was, but I don't think it tops Mexico versus England, bro.
Yesterday,
I might be super biased, obviously, look at my jersey, but I think there was another one that
there was
Colombia and who was it? I think they had a really good game. It was so entertaining. Oh wait, was it Portugal?
It might have been.
Yeah, that was. I think it was 0-0. No.
Yeah,
I think that one was a very. From what I remember, I think it was a very, very
it was close.
entertaining game,
and
even
then,
with no goals.
Yeah, and Paraguay versus Germany when they took them out, that was crazy because they went all the way to penalties. Germany choked for whatever reason and missed 2, and then they got them out. Which that was the upset you weren't expecting, but that was a game that went all the way down to the wire, like they say.
Germany,
you got to get it together, man.
bro.
There was that one, and there was another one that ended in penalties too.
It was the Croatia. Wait, no, sorry, they didn't end in penalties. Wait, didn't Croatia play somebody and they went to the penalties? Or am I tripping?
Was it Uzbekistan or was it Colombia that they went to penalties with? Because they were all in the same group, no? Or no. This is why. Sorry, guys, my memory.
Wait, no, sorry. Paraguay. So for the first one was Paraguay and Germany, right?
Yeah, and then Netherlands and somebody else went to the penalties.
Oh yeah, Netherlands and
which that one was also good.
Bro, why am I?
Let me see.
Netherlands and.
Or was it Belgium and Netherlands?
No.
Let me see. Netherlands and Morocco.
Oh yeah, that was a good game. Yeah.
Morocco. That was the one that they went to penalties.
Yeah.
And Hakimi missed. I don't know how, but he missed. Whatever. What about you,
so
bro?
Funny because there. I guess. I don't know this for sure, but I thought I read something that Germany was like trying to decide who should shoot that shot. The one Ta.
Oh yeah.
Ta shot, and they're like, he's never shot a penalty. And he's like, "Oh, shoot it!"
Damn.
And he missed, bro.
And he
Hey,
missed.
shout out! Hey, nobody wants to take a nerve-wracking penalty like that, man. So shout out to him for doing it. But dang, that was horrible. It's like, look, man, so what's worse, missing it or being blocked?
I think being blocked.
Really?
Yeah, because
Explain
that point,
that, bro. Because
well, a miss is a miss, right? A miss is a miss. If you miss, you miss.
can't even get the target though.
Right, which is why I think blocking it is like, well, at least you hit the target. The goalie just blocked it, like, because I think it is a 50-50.
I'm saying what's
right?
worse.
What's worse? Oh, missing it.
Yeah, like
because you asked me, would I prefer to miss
like,
it or get blocked?
Me personally, I would love. So look at it this perspective. You miss. What do we want to say? That guy sucks at shooting.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot it, you get blocked. That goalie's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the goalie blocked you. He figured what way or just guessed the right way. That's different than missing, bro. Like at least you attempted, and the goalie got it, man. Like it happens. But missing completely, bro. Like Messi did. He missed it, no?
Yeah.
He kicked it out. Right? Or did it get blocked? I could have swore it got or he hit it out.
Yeah, he missed it. Went to the side. It went too far to the side.
Yeah. Messi's not good at penalty kicks, by the way.
I
don't think so.
No.
I think, me personally, I think I said this on the pod or with a group of friends, but if I have a penalty and I'm the coach, I'm putting Raul Jimenez to shoot it over Ronaldo, over Messi.
Wow. Really?
Yes. And hey, I told you, bro. I told you earlier too.
You really
Bro,
are
no,
a diehard Mexico fan, bro.
But no. I mean, I am a diehard Mexico fan, but Raul's
Stats.
his stats, bro, speak for themselves, bro.
Yeah.
Like Messi's missed quite a bit. You know, he also missed a penalty in the Germany game. Like, I just don't think I wouldn't ask Messi to shoot it, and I prefer Raul over them too, bro.
Messi doesn't like it doesn't look like the pressure gets to him. He just always looks focused. But I don't know what happens at the end of the day. But
I mean, I don't know, but I told you this respectfully. Messi and Ronaldo are my goats. Or sorry, Messi's my goat. I think Ronaldo's also a goat. But I do think Ronaldo is trash this tournament. And we were talking a little bit about it.
I asked,
I'm not gonna say trash. He wasn't good. I don't want to disrespect him.
Off camera, I asked Abe. We kind of got into some of this before, right? And I asked Abe, why do you feel that he was not performing at his level? Right? We won't say trash, like I won't say trash for Messi.
Well, I mean, me personally, I just think he just. I don't want to say he didn't want it enough because I think that guy's ego is crazy. He wants it. I just think he just couldn't do it. And also his team, I don't think they like him, bro.
And I will say this.
I don't know what goes on. I don't know what goes on in those
behind
locker
the
rooms.
Scenes. Yeah, behind the scenes. I will say that a lot of Messi's fans fanboys arguments is their arguments. One of the arguments is, well, Ronaldo said he never wanted the World Cup. Okay, let me clarify this for you.
I
Right?
didn't even know he said that.
He may have said that, or he did say it, whatever. But you're at the World Cup. Who's not gonna want to win it, bro? Like, be realistic. Like, we've all said things that maybe we're not too proud of, or we all said things out of frustration, anger, emotion, whatever. But being at the World Cup, bro, everybody's gonna want to win the World Cup. Like, from Curacao all the way to Argentina, France, like all the big names. So, like, for people to cling on to that, it's kind of like, bro, like, really?
Look, man, when was this interview?
I don't know when it was.
A couple years ago, or
I'm sure it was within the last 6 months or something. But that was one thing that, like, when you read the comments and people just are literally fighting back and forth, like, that's what people say. Like, Messi's a favorite to win the World Cup, and then they say Ronaldo doesn't consider or doesn't care if he wins the World Cup or not. Like, everybody's going in there to compete, bro. Like, they want to win the World Cup.
I mean, I don't really know what happened.
Yeah.
Or when that interview was, but if it was after the fact that, and I'm just going off on like a whole idea that maybe is not true. I'm also speculating that half the team doesn't like Ronaldo, half the team does. For one, I don't think Bruno Fernandes likes him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I've seen them argue, like, and it's just, it's sometimes it's time for you to go, man. And unfortunately for Ronaldo, he's not in the squad like Argentina where, relax, I'm not going to say 12 man, but Argentina loves Messi, bro. Still, their players play for Messi. They love Messi, and they want him to do well. So, like, they work around him. They make. I'm not gonna say they make like all plays around him only, but like they do favorite Messi. They love Messi, and they will die for Messi. So in this case, like, they want Messi to to do well, and I don't think that's the same thing with Portugal.
And do you think it's because, like you said, you kind of touched a little bit on Ronaldo's ego? Like, do you think it's because it's egotistical, or maybe he shows up and I don't know, maybe he wants special treatment or something. I don't know.
Maybe he's a jerk, bro.
Or maybe he's a jerk. Maybe
Like,
he's a jerk in the locker room.
Because I think Ronaldo has changed a bit. Like, if you see Ronaldo when he was with FC Porto, like, as he was going up, boy, cocky, bro. And maybe when he was young, it was one of those things like, yo, like, his game speaks for himself. Like, speaks for itself. Like, it's okay for him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you start getting older, and maybe Bruno Fernandes starts to, like, talk to these guys like, yo, like, he's not him no more. Like, he's older. Like, let's get him out. Whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
I think this tournament showed that, like, I think it's time to move on. That's just what I think. I think Ronaldo just, he did his thing. I'm not saying you have to retire football, but, like, international, it's time to give these guys a chance, bro.
Which, to that point, I'm wearing my Ronaldo jersey. Today was his last, I think, well, he said it on the press conference, his last World Cup with the Portugal jersey. So shout out to my boy. I think the opposite. Like, I think he literally tried all he could. But you could see it on if you watch some of the games back, you could see him making runs, bro. Like, he was trying. But to your point, they don't play for Ronaldo. Why? Again, we don't know why they don't respect him. If it is like Bruno Fernandes being like kind of like a bad seed in there and trying to be like, yo, guys, like, let's not support him. Like, why are you going to be like that? Instead, like, be straight up. Like, hey, I don't like you. Okay, why not? And then maybe you can settle it, kind of thing. But there was just a lot for me that so Bruno Fernandes wins Premier League midfielder of the year or whatever, which Premier League is the hardest league, right? Some might debate that, whatever. But he wins Premier League's midfielder of the year or whatever. So that's already a big thing. Vitinha and Neves and Nuno Mendes are in PSG, which they win the champions the season before.
Yeah.
So
before the cup.
Right before the cup. We have before us an all-star team. Like, why would you not? So like at that point, Ronaldo becomes just an add-on. Like, you already have the squad. Why not set the boy up? Why not like play like you said? Why not play like Argentina and try to feed him the most that you can and try to give him like Rafael Leal was invited to a podcast and he said it himself. He's like, Cristiano Ronaldo's my idol, and I try to like copy everything he does in practice. He's like, he shows up, first one there, last one to leave kind of mentality, trying to motivate all the guys, trying to push all the guys to like their fullest. And he's like, and all I want to see is him win. And it's like, did all the other guys have the mentality? Probably not. They're probably just like you said, get this old timer out of here, which is fine. Like, he's 41 years old. I think the opposite, you know. I think I'm more proud of him for competing still at 41 years old and giving it what he
Props
did
for that.
What he did at 41 years old. There was that one offside call that he got where he received the ball perfectly and he scored, right? For me, for any 40, Messi could do that at 41 and I'd be like, damn, like that's impressive. Or whatever random, player, I would still give him credit because it's like, dude, he's 41 and he's still competing versus all these, younger guys and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. It sucks. We all wanted to see, Ronaldo, or all of Ronaldo's fans wanted to see him lift the trophy and stuff, but it didn't happen. But it's okay. I mean, he said it himself on the press conference, like, it's all right. I'm gonna wake up like just any other day. He's like, obviously, I'm sad. I mean, I wanted Portugal to win it. He's like, but I think I've won enough to prove myself. Like, essentially saying he doesn't need the World Cup or whatever, which is fine because at the end of the day, Messi fans, it is a team achievement. It's not a single player achievement. So, and that goes all the way down to Pelé and Maradona and all them. It's a team effort. So whoever wins it, it's that team. It's not that specific player because everybody clings on to like, well, he has a World Cup and Ronaldo doesn't. It's like, it would have been Portugal's World Cup regardless,
So one thing me personally, I don't want to overdo is like discredit the fact that they didn't like him too much. Because I think some of it was that Ronaldo's his game's not the same.
Yeah.
Like me personally, bro, like one thing I don't understand, and to any viewers out there, just eliminate me. I play soccer myself. But like I get when you get older, right? And you can't run the same. But how come he can't shoot free kicks the same? Like, I've seen him like obviously he shot 2 free kicks. Horrible. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say horrible, but not close to like what we would see with Real Madrid. I know he's older now, but does that really affect that? Like the free kick, ability?
Personally, I think he did a good job and then people judge Ronaldo and say he's not a team player. But that play, we were all expecting Ronaldo to shoot it, and he let Nuno Mendes shoot, and they scored. So that to me was like him.
But but I'm talking about the ones he did shoot, and I'm not.
No,
I know.
I'm not. I know, but what I'm saying, is maybe he considered that, like, hey, I haven't made the last few. Let me give somebody else a chance, and it went in. So that was also him using his brain, I guess you could say. But to your point, specifically, maybe the age does play a factor, and maybe. Yeah. Maybe, or like the selfishness of like, no, I'm going to shoot it because I'm the team captain, No,
but like, I know what you're saying. And I'm not really talking about like his leadership. I'm just saying like the ability. Like the older you get, you think it really affects like his free kick ability. Like, because some of these shots in general, not just him, professionals that are shooting, and I see the ball just like if they're playing kickball out there, bombing the ball. I'm like, you guys shoot this at practice. Like, I know some of them are defenders. I get it, whatever. But, like, if you're a striker and, like, this is what you do, like, I know. Like, sometimes the ball's just going to, like, get some air and it's going to go up. But some of these shots are not even close, man. Like, this is what you do at practice. You practice your shots. Like, if you're a striker, that's what you should be doing. And some of these shots are horrible. And that's what I'm saying. I know Ronaldo, bro. I know he practices free kicks. And I'm sure in practice, he's probably doing 50, maybe not every practice, but I'm sure like in his sessions when he's doing free kicks, he's doing like 100 free kicks a day. A
decent amount of free kicks.
At least, right? Maybe not so much anymore, but at some point I know that I'm sure he's that crazy. not in a bad way, but like he's so
That hungry.
hungry, dedicated that like I need to work on my free kicks. But they're not. He's not the same with free kicks anymore, and it's just like, all right, give it to somebody else at this point, Which I know you said you kind of did with that play, but and I'm not really talking about like to his character, his leadership role or his skill at this moment. I'm just more talking about just the ability.
Could he have lost strength maybe? Like maybe he doesn't have the same strength to.
But still, though, like at practice, I'm sure he's practiced those before. It's like, okay, my strength's not this no more, but I don't need strength. I just need finesse. I need my.
Or maybe at his
form.
age, he's prioritizing simply being able to finish. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's true, bro. We cannot deny it. He is not the same Ronaldo that he was before.
It's sad.
It's sad. It's sad, but it's a reality, and it's gonna happen to every player. Like you're not gonna perform like you did 5 years back or 8 years back. It's just it is what it is, and it was a little bit sad for me to see like him not making the runs that maybe he would make before, or him not maybe taking the shots that he would did before. But there was a shot versus Spain that I saw today that I was like, oh, like that seemed like the Ronaldo that I was used to seeing. But at the same time, to your point about Portugal, and excited to see like what they're gonna do, I do feel like they're gonna be irrelevant, bro. Like I really do feel that Ronaldo
irrelevant or relevant?
Irrelevant. Like I really do think that Ronaldo helped with a lot of their relevancy, and I think that him being removed now out of the team is kind of gonna.
We don't know that for sure yet.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
I can still see this guy playing because he's retired for like he's not going to be at another World Cup. I don't think, but he might be at.
The next one's in Portugal. I don't know. No, Spain, Portugal, right, and Morocco
for sure. But I'm saying, let's just say he's not. I'm sure he's still going to play 1 more year, 2 more years for Portugal. Like friendly
Sorry,
or some type of cup.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant World Cup.
Yeah.
But I think once he's retired officially from the national team, I don't really think people will watch Portugal, or I don't really think they'll be a favorite anymore. Not that they are now, but I'm just saying like what he was able to do, and that's what he mentioned in his press conference. Like before me, he's like Portugal didn't qualify. Now they qualify. Now there's certain tournaments that he was able to make.
Why you gotta say that, though?
I think he has to say that because there's players.
Okay, real quick. We're about to get into the debate. We're gonna transition into the debate whether Messi or Ronaldo's better. Okay, but go ahead. Like I just think that you don't say that. You know what I mean? Like there's no need to say that.
But why do you feel that? Like where do you draw the line between cocky and confident?
I think it's confident to say, hey, I helped this team. I'm a part of this team. The team is I helped build this team too. Mm-hmm. Right? Something around those lines, not that specifically, but to say that so I think that's being confident. Hey, like I know that I helped this team. I've always been there, and this team has also helped me too. Just I know that my strengths have helped this team out. But to randomly say that, I think it's cocky.
Yeah.
Like what did he say?
He said that before him, Portugal hadn't qualified to the World Cup. And now with Cristiano, like we've qualified, we've been able to win certain tournaments. And I don't think if he would have said before me Portugal sucked, then I think that comes off a little more as cocky.
But I don't see Messi saying that about himself,
which a lot of Messi fans cling on to the fact that they say if Messi would be as cocky as Ronaldo and would boast, then like it would be a whole totally different ball game. But because Messi is so humble and he doesn't talk about his achievements, that doesn't make somebody who talks about their achievements wrong for doing it, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it does give you a bad taste, though, and I do think that's don't.
That's subjective, though, because like for me, Ronaldo saying that is just he proved it. Like,
can we pull it up? Like, can we just see? Because I didn't hear it, and I want to hear exactly how it is. Because I'm going based on a certain sound and a certain context of what you're saying.
I mean, his tone seemed just chill. He was just like a question about how he felt about like leaving Portugal or whatever, or like the last World Cup kind of. Let me see. Mm. A fact. So
Can
he
you rewind
said,
that real quick? Sorry.
antes de Cristiano or whatever, Portugal hadn't won any title.
See, the way he didn't need to say that. And
Okay.
I mean, this is me as a player. If I was professional, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that before me they didn't win anything. And he said because of me. Did he say
Mm-hmm.
ganamos tres títulos or?
Yeah. Antes de Ronaldo, he said
they didn't even ask. I don't know if that video is cut in a certain way to make him sound a certain way.
It's how it was.
But they didn't even ask him about the trophies, bro.
Uh-huh.
They asked him cómo se levanta Ronaldo.
Hold on. Hold on, because it was a different question. It wasn't that one.
Okay. I just want to make sure I get the right context.
The question was before Cristiano. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I think that was the question. Mm-hmm.
¿Cómo se va a levantar mañana que Ronaldo?
I've given my best.
There you go. He could have just been like, I gave my best. And the fact that he said before me, they didn't win any titles. That right there, bro. That I find like that you're making it about yourself. I don't think that's the right move. Of course, he does whatever he wants, man. Yes. Is it a fact that they won 3 titles with him? Yeah, that's a fact. But like you're making it about yourself. You're kind of discrediting the team, saying that. Well, yeah, he's saying like without me, y'all ain't nothing. Like, or y'all are whack, you know. But me personally, I don't like that attitude. And that's why I've always loved Messi too. Is that he's humble. He doesn't need to talk about how many goals he scored, what he carried Argentina, all that stuff, man. And that's why, on top of his, his Balón de Oros and how many goals he scored and La Ligas he's won, this and that, humility, man, is always gonna help you look better than your opponent if he's cocky. But that's just me. I don't know.
The way I see Portugal is kind of like, I don't want to say I have a similar mentality to him, but it's kind of like take Ronaldo out of the picture and like really where would they be? Like it kind of is like a little bit of a fact. Like I'm not saying that they're nothing and that Ronaldo's everything, but I think his like hunger and his passion for like winning, I think he was really able to display that. And I mean, they won a few titles because of him. And I think like, yeah, I can understand and I can respect how you say like it does come off as a little bit cocky, but when you did the work, it's kind of like, well, you're allowed to say that. Like, and I would feel the same way if Messi was like, like I've been able to carry Barca or been able to carry Argentina like as much as I have. I would be like, cool. Like I wouldn't look at Messi different if he said that, just because I'm like, well, it's Messi, bro. At the end of the day, like he did make that impact in that team. Like to me, it's kind of like if Michael Jordan were to like boast about his trophies, it's like, well, dude, like he put in the work. I don't think of them different because they're slightly cocky. Like,
but Michael Jordan did win rings. Ronaldo didn't.
He won trophies,
but he didn't win the World Cup though. And that's the World Cup. The World Cup is the World Cup, bro. Maybe in magnitude, the NBA ring is not as equivalent to the World Cup because we're talking about different size of of fans and all that. But he could talk smack and be like, "Yo, yeah, I'm the best." Yeah, because regardless of what the competition was back then, regardless of that, he won rings and he can say that. Mm-hmm. Ronaldo never won a World Cup. If he's gonna say like, before me they weren't anything. With me they won this. Like, yeah, but they didn't win a World Cup. So how great are you then? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Has he not said anything? Like he could have just been like, I give my best. Because they didn't even ask him anything about his trophies, bro. You know? And that's one thing I've always had an issue with Ronaldo. He's never been super humble. Like and part of it I like, someone who's like, yeah, like I got this. But this is the end of your career, man. Like you don't want to talk like that, bro. Because then you're not going to get the credit. Let people talk for you, you know?
But then we get into a whole other thing of like, well, people are going to talk regardless.
Yeah, but Ronaldo's always been like that. This is not the one time. It's not
right.
Like...
So since he's always been like that, I don't think it should be surprising for him to say one more thing because it's like, well, he's always been cocky. And to me, do you think the World Cup is the ultimate definer of like greatness?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
If that's not, I don't know what people are like. If you're, I don't mean regular players, but if you're like top 10 or like candidate for Balón de Oro, and you're one of those that really wants it, because part of me, I feel like Rodri, he didn't want it, like, or he didn't care if he wanted it or not. Yeah. I think he, he's like, dang, like I have an opportunity. This is amazing. I love it. Like, but I don't think he's not that type of person. Like, I made Man City win. I am the one who caused them to win. I'm the reason. He's not like that. He doesn't have that attitude. I don't even think he cares if he won the Balón de Oro, like all that much. Like these other players. I think he had he not won it, he's still the same. Mm-hmm. But the players that are really competing, like maybe Mbappe, Vinny, these type of players that are really, even Haaland, man. I don't get that attitude from him. Like yes, he wants to win, but I don't think he's like, I'm better than you guys. Like I don't think he cares for that. And I'm talking about Vinny because I do get that feeling from Vinny and Mbappe that they want to be the best, not from Haaland. But my point is, like, when you're trying to be the best, you're gonna go for the World Cup, and that's the ultimate thing.
You think so?
That's what I believe. I could be wrong, but when a player doesn't really want it, bro, they're gonna say that. Like I don't believe what Ronaldo said, bro, that he doesn't want a World Cup. I think he finally came to realize that he's not gonna win one with the guys that he has around him, and attitude is not the reason someone is going to win a Balón de Oro or for them to be the best player in the world. That's not the
determining factor.
It's not. But to receive love for what you did, that's going to be one of the reasons people love you or hate you. Mm-hmm. And people, I don't hate Messi. He's my favorite. He's my GOAT. I watched him from Barcelona. I remember watching all these UEFA champion games, man. Like, one of my most my iconic, I don't know, iconic, but one of my favorite games is when he played Arsenal and he scored 3 on them. Bonito golazo, bro. Bonito. But I never had a feeling that he thought he was better than anybody else. Humble guy. I wanted to be like Messi, bro, because I liked his attitude. I liked the way he was. But anyways, regardless of all that, man, yeah, the one thing people can say about Messi is that he never went to different leagues. And I think had he done it, some people say he would have done well. Some people say he wouldn't. I think he would have done well. Messi's Messi, bro. Messi's not just Messi in La Liga. Messi's Messi in the World Cup. He's everywhere he's at. Maybe he's not the same anymore in MLS. I know MLS is a weaker league, but he's still him, bro. Like he still has that finesse in him.
Which
yes,
he
he's
did go
older.
to PSG.
Right, and I mean PSG was more Neymar's team at that time. Or wait, was it Neymar or Mbappe? No, my bad. Mbappe. Mbappe?
Mbappe, Neymar, Hakimi, and Sergio Ramos.
Mbappe's that was his team, bro. I guess he could decide who's coming, who's not, whatever. So really it was just his team. But my point is, man, like I think Messi's
So hold on, I have a question. When it comes to soccer, you think the highest level of competition is the World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah? I disagree entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Only because I think when you think of difficulty and like for me it's the Champions League. For me, like the best of the best coming together as one team. Coming together as
I just recently
I'm not
heard
saying
this.
it because of Ronaldo.
I'm just
saying
heard this though, and I'm just saying I recently heard this, and I didn't know it was a thing, like a comparison.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm laughing. I'm like, dang, okay, like this is a thing then.
Yeah, because and I'm not saying it because of Ronaldo.
I'm not laughing at you, bro.
I'm really not saying it because of Ronaldo. Damn. I'm just saying because look at Barca, what Barca was, like the team they had, right?
Yeah.
And they competed for that Champions League. A lot of the clips that people will bring up of Messi is with Barca. It's not with Argentina, right? It's with the club where it was like the Avengers, you know? And same thing with Manchester United, same thing with Man City. Like, look at Haaland. All this he's been able to accomplish in the Premier League for the Champions League. So for me, when I think of like what would I be proud to win, I think I would be more proud to win the Champions. I think the World Cup gets more attention because it's obviously something where more nations are able to participate. It's more of a global. I think there's more attention to it in general because it's more of a global thing.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, if I was a player, right, like it would be cool. Obviously, I would want to win the World Cup. But my career, I don't think I would base it on like I am the greatest because I won the World Cup. I would definitely have to be club ball because that's where you bring the best of the best together to win a championship. And it's not just like for example, it's not just Barca is the best in La Liga. No, like there's also other teams like, you know, Real Madrid, Celta de Vigo, Sevilla. There's other teams in the Spain league that are also very good and have a lot of potential and have, you know, really good clubs. Same with the Italy league. Like there's not just the one club that does everything, right? And let's not even talk about Premier League. Like there's multiple clubs in there that spend like billions and billions of dollars on like the top talent. So for me, the highest level of soccer is like the Champions League, just because I think there's more competition and the teams are obviously, for the most part, the teams are selected with like, you know, a budget in mind. I mean, look at how much they spent in Real Madrid to get Mbappe there and get Bellingham and all that stuff. That for me is the highest level of soccer. And to be able to perform there and outshine people there, that to me is like, damn. Like, look at Haaland, top scorer in the Premier League. I'm like, damn. Like, that to me is like, he's a beast. Like, if he wins a World Cup, I'm like, cool. It's more of like it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like a bucket list item. Like, it's cool to check it off if you can. In this case, Ronaldo couldn't. To me, it doesn't make him less good, or it doesn't make Messi better because Argentina has a World Cup. It's just more of a national team. And in the national team, you don't get a choice either in club ball who's your teammates, but the likelihood of your teammates being people who are of high caliber because there was money spent into those is a lot higher than in your national team. Your national team, the coach selects, you know, who makes the cut or not. Yeah, I'm sure there's skill, right? He has to look out for the best, more skillful ones. But let's say you're like Egypt and you don't have a lot of skill. Like, are they really competing at the highest level? Like, no, they're just bringing whoever they could bring, you know?
Well, I feel like, I mean, I wasn't going to go to this, but since you're mentioning it, what you're saying which is true. Like, these clubs, the best clubs, they pay the biggest buck for the players to what? To win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're really good. Makes it easier for all the players around them. So, and it's not just one club, it's a few clubs that are doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're at your international club, you're not buying players.
Mm-hmm.
Your coach is selecting these players, and there's only a few that he can pick, right?
And you're dealt with the cards that you get.
Right, and some of these clubs, like for example, Salah, at one point he was a what do you call it? A candidate to be the winner of the Ballon d'Oro, right? Because he didn't win it.
Yeah,
right.
He was a candidate. Yeah,
he was a candidate. Let's say that he does win it, right? He wins the Ballon d'Oro, but doesn't win the World Cup. At that time, Liverpool had a really great team. Okay, he goes to Egypt, right, to play for his international team. They're booty. They don't do anything. So he still won the Ballon d'Oro or candidate or whatever. I'm giving you a scenario. Okay?
Yeah. Hypothetical.
But if they win it, isn't that more impressive? Because they don't get to buy players. Egypt has most likely their crappy mid players, average at best.
Mm-hmm.
And he wins a World Cup with them. Doesn't that say a lot? Because they're not buying players, they're getting players from that country, and they're not really that good. So I think
in this case, for underdog like Egypt, it would mean a lot.
I know, but I'm still saying I'm saying that for the international games, some of these countries, yeah, as a collective they may play good, but individually they're not that good. If you look at Argentina, I don't think all those players are Argentina caliber. I think some of those players, they picked them up. They're maybe he's not the best, but when he's with the Argentina, he plays better than when he's at his club team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's harder to win a World Cup because first of all, it's every 4 years, right? So it's more special. I think that's a deciding factor whether you're better than your opponent or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I think. Now, if you're really good and you're making your club team look good, yeah, they're gonna buy players too, right? But you're also the reason that they're winning. Obviously, that also shows that it's hard to. Or what I'm saying is that yes, it's hard to win club copas, titles, and all that. But in a World Cup where you don't even get to play with these players that much, the chance of you winning a World Cup versus winning a Champions League game is different. You get one try every 4 years, and you're playing now 32 teams, right? Or 64?
No,
my bad, not 64. Sorry,
32. I think
32. Okay,
or 42. I think
something like that. It
was longer.
Made it longer, right? But or a bigger tournament. My point is, I think it's harder for a World Cup, bro. I think that's that right there will say if you're the best or not. Me personally, if there wasn't a World Cup and it's just UEFA champions, and that's what it is, but there's a World Cup. And if you can win a World Cup with players that aren't of the best caliber, that says more than winning UEFA champions with players that are from other countries and they're being paid to be there and they're really good. I think if anything, it's harder to win a World Cup than a UEFA champion game.
So would you take away from those players who haven't won a World Cup? For example, there was, I think, there was one of the Brazil All-Stars that never won a World Cup.
Kaká.
Yeah, I think it was Kaká. I
Really?
think one of them, and it was well, do you really not consider them the best of the world just because of the World Cup?
But this is the thing, and I go back to the same thing, man. I don't think Kaká was trying to be the best. I think he just played the game. I think he was just he was considered he might have won the Ballon d'Oro. I think, I'm not sure, or he was a candidate. But I think that guy didn't care for that. I think Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo, cared more for that stuff than him. I don't know that for sure. But all I'm trying to say is, man, when we're Messi doesn't even ask for like the fame. He's not that type of player either.
It just follows him.
Like he's just so good. Like he's just automatically gonna be a candidate each time. But we're talking about Ronaldo and Messi because those are the goats of our time. And everybody's always gonna ask that. And I remember like when I was playing soccer back in the day. Sometimes people who didn't know about soccer were like, hey, who's really the best? And I would always say Messi. I'm like, look, man, Messi Messi has this.
Are you going to say what Chicharo said or no?
No. Okay. Messi has a talent that I haven't seen anybody play like Messi before, bro. Mm-hmm. Messi's unique.
Which, for like the sake of the argument, I just want to say like I am a Ronaldo fan. I just am, but I don't take anything from Messi. Like I really don't. Like,
I've never heard you say anything.
I really do think he is one of the greatest. I really do think that when I see Messi play, bro, like the way that he creates plays in his mind, the way he passes the ball, the way he finishes, the way he moves on the pitch sometimes, like it's crazy, bro. Like it is amazing for me to witness because he really is a good player. But go ahead. I just wanted to kind of clear that up so people are not like, oh, he just has a bias for Ronaldo. Like, no, I can also recognize the other side. Sometimes that's what I like to see in the Messi fans. Like they just see Ronaldo as like, oh, he's arrogant and that's it. And it's like, okay, but he also did accomplish things. Like, I'm sorry, hate to break it to you, but like he is also somebody that, like we've said here, like when you talk about one, you talk about the other automatically just because it comes up by nature. Go ahead.
So, and obviously you're a Ronaldo fan, so you're going to say Ronaldo. But what about Ronaldo is better than Messi?
For me, it depends. And this is what kind of Chicharito said when he was asked the question. It depends what story you want to pick. Because, for example, not to take anything from Messi, right? But he was put in a team with Ronaldinho, Iniesta, Xavi, like all of the GOATs, right, of soccer in that time, I guess you could say, or some of them. So it was more like he was surrounded by it. And not only that, realistically, Messi was born with it, bro. Like he was born with the gift. Like he was just like good at it. Like it would come naturally. And I would see a lot of that in my stepbrother. Like my stepbrother would play and it was just like normal, bro. Like it was like second nature, right? And not to say that, well, I am going to say that Ronaldo necessarily wasn't born with it. But it depends what story you want to pick, right? Messi had everything. He was in a club where, I mean, you're next to Ronaldinho. I mean,
but capability wise, though, like you as a coach, like what is it that you like better about Ronaldo? Like I can answer the question for you, like not for you, but like for me, if I was a coach,
yeah,
why I'm picking Messi over Ronaldo. And my thing is that Messi's he's comfortable with being on the ball, but also passing it to his teammates. Mm-hmm. And I also like the way that he dribbles. I think nobody can dribble the way he did past defenders. I've never seen Ronaldo dribble the way Messi did. He's fast and he could do tricks and get around and shoot. The way Messi takes you on, he's going to take you one-on-one, maybe 2v1, 3v1 sometimes. And then he might score the goal or pass it. Ronaldo, I think sometimes like he for being what do you call it when like not ego but selfish because he wants goals. He'd rather lose the game trying than win the game passing, bro.
And you can say that 100%.
Like, and I think I don't want a player like that. Mm-hmm. I want a player who can win the game even if he's not the one that scored the goal. Potentially even not even the one who made the assist for that. And I think Messi's can be either or. I don't think Ronaldo can really. Forcefully, he would have to, but I don't think he can really. And there's videos of him like getting mad when somebody else scored, bro. But that's like, not okay, man.
Yes, but we don't know the reasoning behind that. Like it could be just simply because he wants to be the one that scores, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And I've seen
but it's a team sport. We know this, right?
Right.
If your teammate scores, bro, be happy. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be mad because someone scored for you. Like,
But it could also be, again, like maybe he's just that competitive and that hungry, and you can't.
that's not good though, man.
But you can't qualify that as not good because maybe that's his passion. Like he wants to be the best.
Okay, I said a coach. If I'm the coach or the owner, I don't want, like I said, it's not good because he rather lose trying to score than win passing the ball. That means that he's not going to put the team first over himself. So why would I want a player like that? And I think that's the deciding factor for me, is that this guy is so full of himself, or was at some point. I don't think he's like that as much anymore. I think there's still some of that in there. But what I would see from Ronaldo versus Messi, bro, is that this guy is really team-oriented and this guy is self-oriented. And that right there for me is not what I would want in my team. And like I said, that's why I put in the perspective of like a coach. Does that mean that Ronaldo's not the best? No. I'm not. That doesn't take away. I'm just saying like why I personally would want Messi to be on my team rather than Ronaldo, because I can't deal with selfish players. And I'm
no, that's fine. I respect that point of view.
Is that a fair point? I'm not trying to make you say Messi's your go. I'm not going to try to
No,
change your mind.
no. I know.
But
I can
would
understand.
you say it's fair though?
I can understand where you're coming from because I do see like his frustration as wanting to score, but I've also seen him make great passes. Like and I've also seen like Ronaldo finish when they needed to finish. Like
for sure.
The previous World Cup, I think it was 2018 versus Spain, like Ronaldo showed up, bro, when he needed to show up. He scored a free kick when he needed to score it.
I remember that. Yeah.
And like that to me is like in some of the clutch moments, he showed up when realistically he really didn't have anybody in Portugal to really help him. Not the last one, the one before, because the last one I think they were taken out by Morocco.
Okay, but I do remember that goal, bro. That was clutch.
And as a coach, I would want someone that for sure I know is going to finish. For sure I know that he has the height, he can head, he can do all kinds of things right. And I'm not, again, knocking on Messi because he doesn't have the height. It's not his fault, but it's just a more of an advantage that Ronaldo has because he has the height, right? Sure. So it's more another potential for goal.
And really his jumping ability, bro, that's amazing. But I just think I maybe just because I've been around selfish players and people before that I hate that.
Which on that part I can understand you, like, but at the same time, I'm trying to think like, okay, we're comparing two different people, right? Messi is just a quiet, humble guy. He's never gonna, he wants the team to win, which is great. And there's some go-getters out there that are like, whether this team is hungry or not, I want it, and I'm gonna make sure that we secure this W. Or also like, maybe he just wants to be the one who has bragging rights and can show up to the function and be like, I made that. We won because of me, and I can't discredit somebody because of that. I can't. And I promise you, if Messi was the same way, like cocky and was just like, no, Argentina is good because of me, I'd be like, cool. He has the trajectory to show for it. Like I can't take nothing from him, but I totally understand you because I'm also the same way. Like we were raised in the church. Like I'm humble. I don't like when people show up to the thing. Like
I'm not humble, bro.
I don't like when, especially in musicians, like I don't like when people are cocky or like don't share the stage. Yeah. I don't like that. But like I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle, I guess. But
that's a big thing, though, man. Like you as a coach, and look, I promise you, and what you said is true. I know you're pretty even with your thought process and you're neutral, like, or you try to be unbiased. And I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just really trying to push my idea of Messi, why Messi's a better player than Ronaldo. And I think if obviously we're just speaking hypotheticals here and like if this, but if you were a coach and you lost, okay, you lost because Ronaldo decided to shoot rather than pass, you would be upset with that dude. because now he costs you your job potentially. This is a championship game, and he could have passed it for the goal, but he's like, I need to be the one that scores it. That's the type of mentality he has, and the thing is that he's done it, bro, where he takes it upon himself and he does the GOAT thing and score, and like do his thing where he's won the game because how great he is. That doesn't take away how great he is. I'm just saying, as a coach, I don't want a selfish player that it's all about him when this team is about the team, not Ronaldo. We're not winning games for you. We're winning because Real Madrid or whoever the team in this hypothetical scenario is about. I just would hate to have a player like that.
And then you're talking about, I mean, Messi's a winger or a potential right mid, and Ronaldo's a striker. Like, his job is to make it in. So maybe some of the frustration sometimes we see is not necessarily that he wanted to score and he didn't. Maybe it was like, damn, like maybe he might feel frustrated. Like, and again, this is probably crazy, right? But Bruno Fernandes made it versus me. Like, that's my job. Like, why am I not maybe competing at the level that I should, right? But there has been sometimes that it's very obvious that he's like, oh, damn, like upset because he wanted it to score, right? But I think that's a healthy hunger to have. Now, I don't agree with like him being cocky and like maybe like he did throw Portugal under the bus and say like they were nothing before me. That can be a crazy statement to make, right? But I think having the desire and hungry to score, like I think that comes from a good place. But I don't think he should be pissed off or costing games because of that. You know,
that's a good thing to have, to want to score goals for sure. But in the method of how he does it, that can be bad. Mm-hmm. And you're comparing him and Messi. They have the same expectation. As a coach, you want Messi to score goals. Messi's not there to cross plays or like cross the ball. Never. I'm sure he's crossed it before, but he's not the guy that's going to cross it from the right side. He's going to take it in, make the pass or something like that. But the expectations has always been for Messi to be like the striker, though.
Yeah. I mean, he's not.
Nobody hired Messi for passing, bro. They hired him.
They hired him for Messi. And Messi,
what does Messi do?
And
score
Messi
goals.
Scores and passes. He
scores goals before he passes.
He's a what is it? He's a playmaker. So he will pass it or shoot, but whatever is best in that moment, he'll decide that.
Yeah, and obviously, maybe there's some cases I don't have a full recollection of all the passes he's done, maybe or shots where maybe he could have passed it, but there's not a lot of evidence showing that he gets mad at people scoring rather than him.
Mm-hmm. Which that to me is all kind of depends on what you care for. For me, I care for wins. Like I want you to win, right? But I don't necessarily care about like, yeah, I know attitude has to play into it, and as a coach, the overall atmosphere of the team has a lot to do. But like I told you about that clip of, which I think social media and the media has done a pretty good job at like painting him as like a bad guy. I'm saying because from what you hear testimonies from his teammates, like for example, the coach was interviewed today and they're like, well, why would you let him play the 90 minutes if you know maybe he wasn't, well, how did you see him? Was he capable or not? And he's like, well, and if it's 90 minutes, like I want him in because he's what we have to finish. Now you can argue he's 41, whatever. They've asked other teammates, right? Rafael Leal was like, I look up to him. He's my idol. It's for something. Like the guy's not just a DICK. Like he also shows up, like, I think to motivate others and we can see it. Like showed up to the Italy league and immediately made an impact and people wanted to be like him, play around him and share the ball with him. And came back to Manchester. The freaking coach didn't like him. Yeah. Like that's his fault. Like that's it's not Ronaldo's fault that he wants to compete at the level that he wants to or whatever. But I think that's like a 50-50. I think there can be people who see him as cocky and arrogant and for how he drives him, how he goes about himself. But I think there's also the other side where like there's been a lot of teammates he's pushed, motivated, helped to grow as players. And I mean, I guess if you want to pick one side and be like, oh, that sucks, cool. I respect that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I I don't know. I just like I said, I think he's one of the greatest. I think Messi's the greatest. Um, at one point, it was right there. It could be either, but just as time has gone, like it's Messi for me.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's clear, and I think World Cup will always be the deciding factor for people that keep on competing at that level
Even though it's a team,
repetitively.
even though it's a team effort.
Yeah, because regardless, even though it's a team effort, like we know that Messi helped like Argentina get there. And yeah, I mean, Ronaldo's definitely helped his team out, but they never won the World Cup though. You know, so if you're because being great is not just about scoring goals, right? Being great is not just about the passing, the assists. Being great is also making your locker room
Mm-hmm.
healthier, and creating good communication, and making sure that you can bring people together. I'm not saying that that's Ronaldo's fault that happened, but we don't know what happens in the locker room where maybe he tells one guy or two guys like, "Hey, you guys need to be better," and it's like, "Chill, bro. Like, yeah, you're a goat, but we don't accept your wisdom. We don't accept like maybe they're not easy to
And
coach,
and that's not
and
Ronaldo's fault.
it's not. But I'm saying like that's what makes you great too, though, is if you're able to bring a locker room together.
Mm-hmm. And
That
did you see that clip I was talking about Juventus? Like he goes in there, Ronaldo's yelling, upset because he was like, dude, like this is Champions League football. He has the experience of Champions League
yeah
and titles behind him, so he knows what he's talking about. And the tension is high, and Juan Cuadrado is arguing with him like, yo, like, yes, but there's a way of saying things, and it's like, no, I'm not just talking about you guys. I'm including myself because I'm also part of this, right?
Mhm.
So that just tells you like his mentality. Like he's not just there to like to your point. He's trying to bring everybody together at halftime to like, yo, how can we lock in to win this? I think there's definitely been instances where um, he's been like a jerk, and he's come off as rude or arrogant, cocky. But I think there's also been the other where he's been able to bring people together. And same thing with Messi. Like there's been times again in MLS where you've seen that because, and maybe this is kind of getting into something else, which I'm not trying to, but where because of his attitude, like he's been like, yo, bring him out a red card. Boom. They get a yellow card or they get a booking because he requested it. And that's kind of like, well, we can also say that about Messi too. Maybe he doesn't have the best attitude sometimes too. And it's just kind of like that's with every player though.
yeah
Um, but you said something that was kind of interesting to me, that it's not just about scoring goals or it's not just about winning. So to you, what wins games?
wait, what did I say?
We said right now with Messi, like it's not about just scoring goals, but it's also like before you said the thing about putting people together. Like it's
Well,
not just about scoring goals. It's not just about
ultimately it is, right? To be the best, it's about you have to score goals. You can't be the best without scoring goals.
okay. And so who's the all-time goal scorer of all time?
Well, no. I don't. I really. Can you pull it up?
Yeah.
Does Ronaldo have? But bring all the statistics up. Don't just bring the goal.
No. We're talking about goals.
No.
We're talking about
Nah,
goals.
but
We're
okay.
talking
Let
about
me
because
put
you
it.
just said
So let me
that's
fix.
what wins
Let me
games.
let me retract my statement and say what makes a player great is not just okay. What makes a player great is goals, assists, how many titles he has, how many Balón de Oros he has, how many ligas they won, how many um, World Cups they have, all that, man. So it's not just the goals, but I think
900 official career goals
Ronaldo 900,
all time.
and then Messi.
930
Messi has
or
930.
830. Sorry.
But what about the other stuff?
No, I'm saying to your point because what wins games? Goals, right? And so who is the all-time goal scorer?
Oh, I mean, sure, like you can. Obviously, it's not the thing, but what if you win a UEFA Champions, right? You scored 10 goals, right? Messi wins a UEFA Champions, scores 2 goals. And then Messi wins another UEFA Champion title, scores 2 goals. Ronaldo scores 10. or doesn't, or maybe scores 6. I don't know. And then Messi wins another one. Ronaldo doesn't win another one. Whatever. They have an unbalance, but he has more goals because at that one champion, like he scored more goals or at a week, at a week league, he scored more, like this and that. And I guess I'm not trying to take away from Messi or Ronaldo because I think they're both in leagues that aren't that great. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is like the goal part matters, but I think it's a factor of goals, assists, how many titles you've won, how many World Cups you've got. Because
would you count titles that belong to teams versus overall personal achievement?
Say again?
Would you count, for example, you said World Cup, you would count that towards Messi's personal achievement?
Which one? I'm sorry.
World Cup.
Yeah, that's a big achievement, bro.
That you would attribute to Messi personally.
I mean, Argentina won it, but Messi was a big influence in that. Messi
right.
was.
But I'm asking you if you would accredit that directly to Messi. You would say he won the World Cup. So that's what separates him from the rest, for example.
So, I mean, I think there's always going to be a player that we associate the World Cup to. Like every team. I can almost pick a player. Mexico, Quiñones.
I mean, if Mexico won, honestly, I wouldn't accredit it to anybody. I would just be like,
really though.
I really.
You don't look at the goals that who scored the most.
I do, but I'm saying like I wouldn't say it's because of that person. I would just say
I would
like
say
it's
Mexico in whole, but I'm saying like gracias a Quiñones for scoring for I mean,
because I'm talking about, for example, we go to Ballon d'Oros, right? Obviously, Messi has the most Ballon d'Oros, right? So it really comes down to when you say the GOAT, like personal achievements, right? Because a lot of people are like, okay, so one thing they try to take from Ronaldo is like, well, then that means he didn't win any champions because it was a team effort. Then it's like, okay, then Messi didn't win a World Cup. Argentina won a World Cup. So then that's where I tell you it comes down to what story you want to pick. You're talking about someone who was put in an awesome club, surrounded by great people, always stayed in one place, Barcelona, won tons of championships, got tons of assists, tons of achievement. That was his road, right? Born with natural talent, and then there's the other side. Ronaldo, not born with it, worked his way up. Again, it matters what story you want, right? If you want Messi's story, great. Again, you're a Messi fan. I respect that. I respect Messi, but he had everything, right? Then you go to someone else who climbed the ladder. Yeah, you can argue he had everything in Real Madrid. Cool. Goes from Real Madrid after winning multiple champions, challenges himself to Italy, challenges himself to go back to the English Premier League at the age that he did. Not easy to do. Yeah, sure, he didn't do anything crazy. Messi goes to PSG, 6 goals in the whole season. That's not really anything that I would write home about, right? Now is in MLS, and same thing. You can kind of weigh in with Ronaldo going to Saudi. Like, it's, to me, Ronaldo worked his way up, built himself physically to the max, like literally receiving recognition from other athletes in other sports that he is the most well-rounded athlete physically, right? Which that doesn't matter because nobody considers that. But to me, that does, right? But that's where Chicharito was saying, like, it matters what story best relates with you. And that's why this whole GOAT debate to me is just subjective, because no one player is going to do everything perfect to the point where you're like, it's unquestionable that he's the GOAT. For me, Ronaldo challenged himself in multiple leagues, proved himself in multiple leagues, won the championships in multiple leagues. That's impressive to me. Somebody who is, again, Messi, just stayed in the same league, won multiple championships, accomplished multiple things in that one league, went to PSG, was expected to perform with Mbappe, and all of the greats in that team didn't do squat. It's kind of like, okay, then comes to MLS to just kind of cruise. It's kind of like, all right, cool. If that's your goal, I respect it, but that's not a story that resonates with me. What resonates with me is a little bit more with Ronaldo's story. Like, to prove yourself in multiple leagues, that's not easy to do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what's hard for me about the GOAT debate. It's just like, it really depends what story resonates with you.
Well, let's just take away like where they're at now. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, I don't even want to credit any of that to like them being the greatest. Put them back to where they were. Real Madrid, Barcelona. Messi still won more Ballon d'Oros, no?
Mm-hmm.
And that was peak. All right. And then he moves to Juventus, right? After Real Madrid. Did he win a UEFA Champions with them?
Mm-hmm.
One or two? I don't know. I
I
forgot
don't
how
remember
many.
how many, but I know he won one for sure.
Okay. Well, that's impressive for sure. Um, he goes to Manchester after that,
Back to
and I
Manchester.
know that he didn't. The coach didn't like him, and I hated that. And I love Ronaldo too, bro. I just so it sounds like I don't like him or I don't love him. I
No, no, no.
do.
It's just a conversation,
Yeah,
bro.
right. Just a conversation. But just overall, man, I think just Ronaldo at some point he just realized that he's not gonna catch up to Messi, and the only thing that he can have more is goals because he's not gonna get more Ballon d'Oros. He doesn't have time for that. Maybe he states the whole World Cup thing like, I don't really care if I win it or not because he knows that he's not gonna win one. And at some point, you gotta maybe at some point because someone like him is thinking about being the best. Every morning he gets up. Maybe he's not thinking about Messi, but he's like, I need to be the best. How can I be the best? All right, it starts off with like the way I eat, the way I work out, whatever. Okay, cool. But at some point, it's like, okay, 5 years down the road, okay, 10 years, I'm not gonna win any more Ballon d'Oros. I'm not gonna win the World Cup either. I'm just gonna score as many goals as I can and try to see if I can be considered the best. Which, like I said, I think he's one. I think he's one of the best. But now it doesn't matter no more. To me, the leagues that they're both in, it's not that great of a league.
Mm.
It's entertaining to watch them, yeah, of course. Like they're ballers, you know. But um, what I find impressive, and this is not the reason he's better, but I don't think people are gonna say he's better because of this necessarily. Like, oh, because he has a way better leadership style. I don't think that's people are gonna. That's not a. You can't really measure that. In some way, you can because Messi brought his team together in the locker room and won with Argentina. I'm not gonna get into what I believe. There's favoritism for Messi or Ronaldo. There's favoritism for everybody that's high caliber. I don't think the World Cup was rigged. Do I think there's certain things that happen that favored Messi? Yeah, just like any other like high caliber player. But we're not gonna get into that. That's why I'm saying like Messi brought that locker room together, and they won that World Cup. Ronaldo was not able to bring his locker room together and make it happen. And he knows that. I think he finally realized like, yo, I'm not gonna win one. These guys don't like me, or Bruno Fernandes don't like me. And maybe Bruno Fernandes' problem was that he wanted to be the next guy up. And since Ronaldo's still there, he can't.
Yeah, but I don't find that as a lack in Ronaldo's end. Like that's not his fault.
I mean, you think that, but we don't know what the locker room's like.
Right,
He could
which-
be. And you're going. You mentioned the whole Juventus thing. We don't know what the Portugal is. He's more. He's been with these guys, or he's been with that club for a long time, so he feels like it's his rather than Juventus. You know.
Which is
So
why
I'm sure it's more toxic.
which
bro.
is why you can't say what you said about the locker room, because we could say the same thing about Messi. We don't know if Messi was even able to bring the team together. We don't even
But
know.
they won a World Cup.
Right, but
You don't win a World Cup with the locker room not trusting who you are, not believing in you. These guys believed in Messi. When Messi spoke, when I don't know if he did, but
If
the
he spoke.
little that he would speak, I'm sure these guys listen. Ronaldo, I don't think they're all listening. I think some of these guys, some of them are fanboys, like they'll listen to him, but like the older guys, Bruno Fernandes, um,
which I think that's more an error on their part. Like,
yeah, for
if
sure.
if
But
Ronaldo was
I mean,
if Ronaldo was in my team,
Ye-
I'm gonna listen,
yes and
whether
no.
I like him or not. Or if Messi's in my team, I'm gonna listen. He's the captain. Like,
Yes and no, but I mean, regardless though, like Messi was able to bring the locker room together, and I think Ronaldo wasn't, and maybe in part it wasn't on him, bro. You're right. Maybe like it's not on him, but at the end of the day, if you don't have a locker, like if you've lost a locker room, which I think, like I said, I know him and Bruno Fernandes were arguing at one point. I think it's the fact that Ronaldo, he, it was about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was about him, and I don't think he wanted anybody else to really, take that role away from him. And I think he just didn't know. This is all
Well,
speculation.
well, yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I don't have any
there wasn't
evidence.
many people to take it over. He had
So when
Pepe.
Bruno Fernandez came in, he's like, "Yo, okay, like, yeah, it's my time." You know, I think maybe
I
I'm wrong,
mean, yeah. I
but
if I would be if I would be in the room with one of the greatest, it could be Ronaldinho. It could be Zidane. Like I'm gonna be like, yo, I better listen because he has experience, regardless of my attitude or regardless of where I come from. Like,
but the attitude matters. If like you can have all the experience in the world, bro. But if you talk down to me like disrespectfully, and even though you have good intentions, it's not gonna go through because you're disrespecting me at the end of the day. Like the way you're talking, yeah, you may have good intentions, yeah, you have all this experience, all this wisdom, but you're disrespecting me though. I can't accept that. That would be me.
I mean, we're talking about locker room talk.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know what we don't know what could be going on there. We can only see how they
I'm,
perform on the field, and from what it looked like you said, they just didn't. They were kind of over Ronaldo, which is cool,
yeah.
but it's like then don't accept the selection up to the national team. Stay home.
I know, but what we're saying though is that like a part of me believing that Ronaldo just doesn't have it anymore. It's not the same player. Is also that the players just weren't playing for him, and there's a reason why. I don't think it's like, hey, you're old, get out of here. I think it's also because like maybe Ronaldo tries to coach too much maybe in the locker room, and maybe they're like, yeah, they should respect him and like really take in what he's saying. But at some point, bro, some of those guys are grown men too, and they're like, yeah, like this. There could be an ego issue too with like Bruno Fernandez,
So it's not all on Ronaldo then. It's also
No, but at the end of the day, like
it's also on them.
in some aspect, it will. Like you, as a man, you should be able to figure those things out. Like, hey guys, we're all here for one thing. You may not like me, but let's work together.
Right.
If you got an issue on the side, talk to him.
And then
But
what
if
if
you're disrespectful, though, people aren't going to listen.
and what if those people are just simply like, I don't like him and I don't want him to be my captain?
But knowing
There's
how
only
Ronaldo
so
is,
much-
though, knowing
there's
how
only so much you
Ronaldo
can do.
is, like you see videos, Ronaldo getting pissed. I'm sure Ronaldo's like tearing these guys apart, bro. I'm sure sometimes.
Or the opposite.
Nah.
Well, because it's one of those things we don't know.
It's because we don't know, but you're also not. You're also not giving in. You're not supposed to give in. You're a Ronaldo fan, but
No.
like you should also understand that Ronaldo is probably tearing up some of these guys apart, man. Like, but
Yeah, I agree. He probably is speaking, maybe has a crazy tone or maybe has a crazy mindset, but it's like it's Ronaldo. Like, why would you not? Why would you like? I don't know. I see it like I'm trying to compare it to something I guess local. It's like if I had Aaron Barbosa in the room and he's talking strong about like music, and I'm just like, this old timer, like I don't want to listen to you, bro. Whatever.
Well,
It's like, bro, look at the years of experience. Like, how would you not humble yourself and just be like, let's see what he has to say. Like, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna pull up that
That's just
video.
me.
Hold on. The one with the locker room of Juventus.
Mm-hmm. The hard part is it comes down to how you receive that.
Basta, dai, basta, Cri. Basta, Juan. Bisogna avere calma e pazienza. Continuiamo con lo spirito senza litigare, ma con la calma di quelli forti, di quelli che vogliono vincere la partita.
It's maybe just one of those things that some people like tough love, some people don't.
Yeah, but that's the first time we've heard that. Like me, like I know this is a while back, but like imagine all the times that they've probably played bad, like whatever team he was on, and he's like, you don't. Just seeing that, bro, I'm sure he's like pointed at somebody like you suck, you're trash. I'm there's no evidence, but I'm sure like that. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why they don't play for him, bro, because it's about maybe they feel like it's selfish, like they want him to like just calm down. It's not about you, it's about all of us. And yeah, he's like, yeah, I need to be better, but just seeing that, I'm sure like he's probably just been disrespectful, bro. That's just me. But anyways, we'll end this conversation, bro. I
Yeah.
love you. You love me.
No, yeah. Absolutely.
Messi's the GOAT. So is Ronaldo. But yeah, I think that.
No, honestly, I just think it's whatever journey resonates with you most. Honestly, because it's so subjective. Like, and if again we want to hone down to the facts, like I think Messi has more personal achievements, but I still don't think that some of those achievements make you the best. And then there's been, again, I don't want to get to the conspiracies right behind it, but there's been questions on some of those Ballon d'Oros. That's all I can say. And there's also been, like you mentioned, a little bit of speculation on the previous World Cup, which people are like, the World Cup's been around for years. What makes you think they would rig this one? There's just like some things that it's just kind of like maybe, maybe not. We'll never know. But the way I see it is I respect Messi as a player, as one of the greatest, definitely up there. I'm glad I was able to experience both of them and see both of them on the field. And yeah.
This will never happen, I don't think, unless they made it happen. But let's say that they won at their peaks, right? Or Ronaldo with Portugal played Argentina at Messi's peak. They're both at their peak, and Argentina wins. Does that make Messi better or no?
I don't know. I mean, I can't really say by one game.
But let's just say it was like a good game, but Messi scored a hat trick. Ronaldo scored 1 goal or 2 goals, but Argentina wins. Does that make him better or no?
I don't think so.
So, just curious, like, what would make a player better, like for you? Is it just, at this point, is it just like, I like the way that Ronaldo plays, I think it's better than Messi? Or is it like what is it? Like, if it's just personal, like you like him more, then there's no way to measure that, you know?
Right.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Which is what I'm saying. Like, what story resonates with you most? You know, and for
no,
me,
but you though, like, what is it?
For me, that story resonates most. That he was able to prove himself in multiple leagues. That at his age, to still challenge himself to go back to Premier League, that's not easy, bro. That's not easy at all. And to still score at that level, it's like, damn.
But no World Cup though.
Yeah, and me personally, I don't measure the best player by the World Cup because there's been some players that are still good that never won a World Cup, and they're still good. Just because they won a World Cup, it didn't make them better or not. Like, and that's a team. For me, that's a team achievement. It's not a personal achievement.
Do you notice that the World Cup before last year, 2 cups
2018,
ago, 2 cups ago, who won?
France, I believe.
And Mbappe was in the run for being the best player, no? Like, I mean, is there not like some type of correlation with like the World Cup being won by the best?
I think there could be, but what about the years there's no World Cup and they have to decide who gets the Ballon d'Or?
No, but I'm not talking about the Ballon d'Or. I'm saying that the World Cup matters.
It matters. It matters, but I don't think it should when it comes down to Ballon d'Or because it's like sometimes some years there's not, and you have to make that decision differently.
Who won the World Cup before France? Was that Spain?
I want to say it was Spain or Germany. Because Germany win
no?
South Africa?
Germany beat Argentina.
That was 2014.
So I'm trying to.
It was Germany or Spain, one of those. I forgot who won South
Africa. I think it was Germany. Sorry, I'm pulling it up. Okay, so yeah, France in 2018, Germany in 2014, and 2010, Spain versus Netherlands. So I'm
Oh,
gonna look
Netherlands won it, or Spain?
Spain. So Balón de Oro 2010. That's funny. It was all Barcelona players that were like, well, not all of them, but first one was Messi. He won it. Hold on.
Which some of those I think should have been to other players, but they weren't. Especially when Erling Haaland was in the run and he didn't win the Ballon d'Or. I was kind of like,
Yeah, but so look, I'm trying to associate it. I don't know how far they got, but at that time, Iniesta was a Balón de Oro candidate. Messi won the Balón de Oro though, based on his other achievements. But usually, people who are in the talks in the World Cup, like they're all. I usually think they're also on the talks of like Balón de Oro or being the best player. Just take Balón de Oro out the picture. Best player. If you're the best player, you should. I think you should be winning a World Cup at least. If you're like not 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but for a good era of soccer. So when did Ronaldo win Balón de Oro? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have to look it up.
So let me look it up. I'm just trying to see if when he won it.
I don't think there was. He definitely didn't win the World Cup when he won that.
2008, 2013, 2014, 2016, 2008, 17. So
14,
when,
there was a World Cup.
Huh?
14, there was a World Cup. If
14.
that was your question, sorry.
Is that when he balled out, scored that free kick? Or was that in 18?
No, that was 18.
So he won it 2016 and 2017. So he was a competitor, right? Like trying to win the World Cup. He didn't end up winning it. But usually like people who are, which it obviously it shows like 2016, 2017, like following up the World Cup, like usually like he didn't win it, but like he's a candidate, he's up there. Like I think you should be winning to be the to call yourself in this case better than Messi. He should have won a World Cup. He wins a World Cup, bro. I think we might be having that debate. I think there's a stronger debate for Ronaldo being the best player of the world or over Messi. But because of that World Cup, I just stand on that. And maybe some people, I have a different opinion. Some people might say it's still not an argument, but for me, it at least would be an argument at that point because they're both people with World Cup. But I think that was good, bro.
Yeah. Lamine Yamal, bro. Lamine Yamal hasn't showed up.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man, because when they played that Euro Cup, bro, Lamine Yamal was balling out,
He's popping off.
And I don't know if just like he's just made some money now, and he's kind of just like chilling, cruising a little bit. Because I think once you get money, man, like, and you feel like you made it, you know, maybe you got some brand deals, this and that. You're starting to see a couple million in your bank account now. You're like, I'm good.
Yeah, Spain for me, I haven't seen too much of what I expected to see. Yeah. Especially with it being Spain. I was expecting
Mexico would be Spain. Bro.
And then this week we also said goodbye to Neymar, bro. Brazil. They lost to Norway.
I don't know why they called him. I mean, maybe out of respect. Maybe out of respect, but like he didn't really play.
He didn't.
And maybe that was the intention, right? Is it's just to give him a farewell. But I mean, shout out to Neymar, man, for being a baller.
Mm-hmm.
God bless him.
What about I'm moving quick because obviously we're close to wrapping up. But what do you think about Norway, bro?
I think I think Mexico would have beat them, but Holland's a beast, bro. And I think, I think I want to be careful with this because I don't want to come back like, you were wrong. But I think England beats Norway.
Oh,
but
really?
I think, yeah, I just think England has way more weapons. But then again, like when you come together and you really want to win, bro, like you can bring down the moon. So I think England will beat them, but
Because some could say Brazil had pretty good weapons.
yeah, but Brazil.
I think more weapons than England.
Bro, but Brazil, when they come together, bro, they're not that great, man. They're a really good team, but they're not great.
You're talking about this year's Brazil?
I mean, the last few Brazils that we've seen. I mean, for sure this one. Like I think it's a really good team, but I just
It's not the Brazil we're used to.
It's not the same as like Vinny's a baller, bro. Vinny's a baller. Like I'm not taking anything away from him, but I just don't think these teams are or Brazil's the same Brazil. But I mean, I don't know.
I have I don't know. I have no way over England, bro. I just think I like that, at least from what it looks like. Haaland is kind of on cruise control, like he's enjoying it, and I like that. Like it doesn't seem like he's going all out like crazy. It just seems like he's taking advantage of the opportunities if they come. But what I liked is like Norway has like their own chant, like they're showing up to the World Cup in ways that we didn't expect. But also like I don't know, I like to see them, I guess, happy being like a underdog in this, and I thought that was cool. So I'm hoping that they can at least make it past this stage, and hopefully make it maybe semifinals, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I'm hoping Egypt beats Argentina.
I hope Argentina loses for sure. I think Messi is the greatest. He doesn't need to prove anything to anybody no more. I hope Egypt beats them or Colombia, bro. One thing I just want to say, like with the new rules and everything, man, one thing I've noticed is that there's not a lot of time being wasted, and I love that. Because when you would play some of these teams back, like before some of these rules, like they start getting injured, they fall on the floor, they're out for a long time, and then the whole extra time happens. But now, like, hey, you get injured 2 minutes and you're out. Like, and you got, or no, like if you get supposedly injured and you're on the floor, like you're only gonna get a little bit of time. You're gonna get put out, and then you'll come back in 2 minutes. Now nobody wants to waste 2 minutes of time because anything can happen, right? So I like that. I can appreciate some of these rules. I mean, overall, I think VAR is good. I
remember we were talking about the rules with all the guys, and you were like, "We're actually glad to have this technology now." Now, how do you feel about the Croatia and Portugal call?
I never saw the ball hit his head.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's a
As
device.
a Ronaldo fan, I will say I did not see the ball touch his head either.
And I know, like, the technology shows that something hit the ball or that it touched something. Something touched the ball. How accurate is that? I don't know. I never saw it. And if he did touch it, then he did touch it.
Because a lot of people are like, well, like, the heck with the technology, just go with your eyes. But it's like, well, we're thankful for this technology. And I think all it is, bro, is simple. Is this technology is turning more into a technology kind of game versus it just it's we hit the crossroad of the consequences of bringing technology into the game. That's it.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, in this case, it favored Portugal, which is, I don't think it should have. I think I would have been cool with 2-2 penalty shootout, whatever, or 2-2 extra time, then penalty shootout. But in this case, like all those people are like, "Oh, Croatia got robbed." Like, no, this is the technology everybody was happy and thankful to have.
for sure.
It's here. Now deal with it. Like those are the consequences. Or we go backwards and rely on just the ref's eye, and then there's all these bad calls.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like all I'm saying is like I didn't see it, and I didn't even know they had that specific technology where like the moment it touches something, like it's triggered. I didn't know that. I mean, that's cool, but I mean, I'm not. It is what it is, man. Like I'm not mad about it. I just never saw it, and that's what I'm saying. Like I never saw the ball hit the head, and I don't think it was being rigged for Ronaldo. I don't think. I don't think they were trying to favor him. Or I don't think that honestly. I, but I mean, what happened, and it's all right, you know.
And there's also been a lot of crazy red calls, or lack thereof red card calls.
just real quick. I'm gonna say this from the Mexico game. Had they not called that call on us for the penalty we got, I wouldn't have been mad at it. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's a convincing penalty. It wasn't a red, right? But just it was a penalty. I don't think it was super convincing. Although I do like how equal they were because they did that, or Croatia did the same thing to England in their group, and they got a penalty for it. So I like that. I like seeing equalness,
Consistency.
consistency. The red card. I'll be honest with you. Ever since I've played soccer, I've always heard and I've always been told, anytime you slide tackle with your open cleat like this, it's always gonna be a booking. You're always gonna get a red card because you're coming in dangerously. So whether people agreed with it or not, that's just what I've always heard. Is like the moment you come out with your foot out like that, you're going with that intention, you know.
And I'm not coming at you as a Ronaldo Messi thing. No, should Messi have gotten a red card?
I think he should have got booked.
So yes,
like
red or no
Balogun.
red?
So I think both of those plays are similar. I don't know if Messi's intention was to like actually hurt the guy or not, but regardless, I think they should have both got a minimum a yellow card. It's up to the ref if he thinks it's a red card or not. There's certain rules that maybe they abide to, or like they talk about, like, hey, if this happens and you do this, I think it should have been at least a yellow.
You think it should have been reviewed? Because Hakimi also did a very dangerous, which I think should have been reviewed and he should have been booked. It's not a Messi thing.
I didn't see that one, but
it's not a Messi thing. It's more of, because a lot of people are like, well, Messi wouldn't have had the goals that he had or the hat trick that he had they just reviewed it. And we're talking about consistency. I don't care who it is. It could be Ronaldo. Like some people say Ronaldo shouldn't have been in the World Cup because he was suspended. Fair. I'm all game with that. Because
sure. I didn't even know that till someone mentioned it to me. Like, yo, you know that happened to Ronaldo too? I was like, honestly, bro, I didn't even know that. Yeah. He shouldn't have been playing.
Yeah,
then.
Me either. Like it should have been across the board, no exceptions. So then now that you guys know my non-biased opinion, I also think Messi should receive the red. If the U.S. player was reviewed and U.S. player received the red, and Messi didn't, that's inconsistent.
But see, this is the thing. I don't know the rules of VAR, but people are saying that it should have never been reviewed.
For U.S.
The red card, it should have never been reviewed, and I don't know what the rules are, like if you're allowed to or not. But they wouldn't know that. Like, I don't know. I would think that a ref's like, I can't go review that and give it a red card. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do I think that looked dangerous? 100%, bro.
Yeah.
They look, but a slow-mo also looks bad.
That's true.
Cause like, what if like he went down, but like, I don't know. It should have been a yellow for both of them.
But not a red.
I don't even want to say that. I don't know. Like, it's up to the ref, man. I don't know what the rules are. I just know this open cleat, that's a red automatically, for sure. I've always known and heard that. So that I can say yes.
But they both did open cleat though.
No, but when this guy came in slide tackling though, like coming in, I know it's the same thing, but this guy like slid to the ball. That Balogun is like stepping on the floor, and I don't want to argue for Messi. I don't know what he was doing or what he was thinking, but
It just seemed like he was running back to position, and the Saudi player was like running, like Messi was running behind him, and all the only thing that happened is like Messi stepped on it.
But did it look intentional?
It did not look intentional, but like that's the thing is you can say that about anything. You could say that about any other red cards.
Mexico. No, but this is a difference though. The one with Mexico, this guy look. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, pulled it. Run the tape. We're officially at our longest episode, bro. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
We're gonna finish it right now.
Oh no, actually, I think this ties with Mariscos a todo mar. I want to thank you guys for watching this far. If you watched this far, we appreciate you guys, and we hope you guys are enjoying the podcast wherever you're listening. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Now we're going to review these potential red card callings or bookings for Mexico, because that was nasty. He straight up went in full cleat.
Okay. All right, I found it. Okay. Hold on. I thought I found it. Bro, I can't find it, man.
I mean, either way, I think there is some times where you can see clearly the intention, like the person wants to hurt that person. And then I think there's times that they slide and unfortunately miss.
When did it happen? Can you kind of find it so I can...
Let's see.
Sorry, guys. Okay, I found it, bro. I found it.
Wow, that's easy. I think that's easy to be mistaken as, I mean, you don't really know his intention.
All right.
Because he could have missed the ball.
So I'm watching it. The defender's coming in, right? With Gallardo. The ball's coming to Ronaldo. He even sticks his... Look, and that's the thing. Like, he's intentionally putting his foot out there. Like, he's not trying to step on the floor like Messi or Balogun were. This guy, like, he's going for the ball and he stretches his leg out and he clips him. But these guys, they weren't intentionally trying to step on them. They were trying to find a place to step on the floor for, you know? So I think that's the difference. I think that was a red for sure. But just real quick, I don't think any president should ever call the president of FIFA to review something. Like, don't anything. Just like, I think Trump doing that made things worse. I think had they flipped the call without him calling, I think things wouldn't have been as bad, man. Honestly.
Yeah, because then that opens the book or the to other potential corruption
right?
type things.
But or at least the thought of, right? But if besides the Ronaldo one, the thing is that it happened within a few days of like the reversal, which this process I think they need to create an actual appeal process. It looks like there is one, but one that people know about, because I don't know who knew about this. Like I didn't know you could appeal red cards. I didn't know Ronaldo got one removed. But the difference between that is that obviously different parties were involved, and but yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But I mean, I don't see it happening again, right? Unfortunately, US is out. But yeah, let's end it here, man. It was a good conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Woof.
Any final thoughts,
Viva
bro?
Mexico.
There you go. Final thoughts. Viva Mexico. Shout out to the Mexican national team. Shout out to all the teams in the World Cup or out of the World Cup. It's been literally, I think it's been a treat to watch. Like I said, I'm more of an underdog kind of guy, so a lot of the underdog teams were really entertaining to see. As like, the high level teams as well. It's been cool. So yeah, thank you guys. Episode 19. We appreciate your viewership, your likes, comments, your subscriptions. Don't forget to like and sub if you're new to the channel. We welcome you. We talk here at La Mesa Talks podcast about just about everything. We have more episodes coming, more giveaways coming, so stay tuned. We thank you guys so much. Don't forget to give us a like on your way out and drop a soccer ball comment down below just so we know that you made it to the end of the video. Peace out, guys.
Later, guys. Take care.
Peace.